What's up, everybody? This is Urzil99, and today I'm going to be covering the basic tutorials, just trying to guide people through the first two missions, trying to help you get your bearings. Now, I'm going to go ahead and create a character, and I'll cover a racial profile and cover everybody in detail. I'm just throwing this character together really fast. You can see I chose a race. I chose one of the 4 races, and then I chose a subcategory which determines physiological features. I'm just going to throw some clothes on this guy. Take a photo. Because, well, those first few screens, in the large scheme of things, other than your clothes, they don't really matter. Okay, choose your backstory. Each bloodline has 3. And then we choose our school. We choose a name. And I'm on the test server, so none of this is really going to matter. But it'll be a lot quieter. We'll go ahead and load in. Okay. Alright, this is the main interface in the captain's quarters. Don't know if you guys have seen it in Mars Station. Looks pretty snazzy in here. This is on the test server, so it's got the new V3 skins. It's all kind of fluff, really. There's not a whole lot we can do in the server, so I'm going to go into the ship hangar. This looks nice and shiny. Anyway, so we're going to focus on getting through the tutorials. Now, if you're a new player, if you're a genuinely new player, there will be a channel in this corner here called Rookie Help. I can't see it because all of my accounts are greater than 30 days old. But a lot of new players will be in here. Some veterans making new accounts. You can generally ask questions there, and eventually you'll get a pretty good answer. Alright, dive right into these missions. As you can see, I went to the Agents tab. Click this button here. Art Institute. Next. So what we're going to do, we're going to pick up a new ship. All we have now is our capsule. We're going to hit accept. Takes out there, and undock. Alright, we've undocked from the station. So we're going to warp to our mission site. As you can see, you click on the drop-down list, we get the home station, the option to dock, encounter, dead space. Warp to the location, and this should warp us to a special site. The tutorial covers things like the overview, which I cover in additional tutorials. This is mainly just a speed blitz through this 4 mission set. Okay, we just warped in. See that the green icon shows that the item belongs to your corporation, which in this case is the school corporation. Click on it, the Imperior for the Amara rookie ship. We click this option, says board ship, and we're in a nice shiny rookie ship that apparently even rookie ships get gold inlays. Okay. Ship, here we go. Now we're going to use this acceleration gate. Click on it, either on its bracket or the overview.
Warp drive
Hit the warp
active.
button. Alright, now we're going to approach the cargo rig, which is a container in space. She needs a little open button. It'll come available 2,500 meters. Be very careful what you loot in space. If you come across anything that has a yellow triangle or yellow diamond, don't mess with it, because that belongs to somebody else and they will get the right to shoot you. And if they're dropping that can, they may well take you up on that offer. Okay. We're going to go ahead and dock at the station. Now this ship, the Imperior, is a rookie ship. No matter what happens, if you dock at a station and you don't have a ship, you'll always have a rookie ship. You can never be brought completely to nothing. They'll always have a rookie ship there to help you bounce back.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Come on, come on, come on. Go. Then we're going to start conversation. Start conversation again. Click complete mission. Now our winnings from that mission was a repair skill book. We're going to right click and inject now to skill level 1. Always keep skills training. Never not train skills. Just throw skills in there like it's your job, because that's how you advance skills in this game. Alright, next mission. Quest a mission. And you will have to advance the tutorial in order to get your stuff. Because they just gave us more toys. And we're going to fit items to a ship. First thing, civilian armor repair. It goes in the low slots. All armor tanking items, armor plates, armor hardeners, armor repairs are in the low slots. And this is a Gatling Pulse Laser 1. It's a high slot item. All weapons are in the high power slots. Medium power slots are reserved for ships that shield tank. Your shield tank will be here. A mark does not shield tank at all. So we use our mid slots for propulsion modules, also fitting things like electronic warfare, warp disruptors, things like that. And there are some additional modules that fit in the mids and lows as well. Alright, I'm going to accept that mission. Go through the thing. Now it mentions local. Local lists everyone who's in space. As you can see, it's just me. Someone did chat, and someone did wave at me, but I wasn't here. I was away from my keyboard. But that's okay. I'm on the test server. No one's around.
Warp drive active.
Go to our new encounter bookmark. Okay, now Aura just gave us a frequency crystal, multi-frequency. Amar weapons are unique in that they do not require ammo. They use frequency crystals. This particular crystal will not break because it's a Tech 1 crystal. You can just use it forever. They are, however, reliant on capacitor. Energy weapons are the most cap-intensive weapons in the game. So they may not have ammo, but they tend to drain the ship's capacitor. Now different crystals have different ranges. As you can see here, fall off within 2,500, optimal within 2,000. Damage caused. The lightning bolt signifies EM damage. The little fire is thermal. Laser weapons are all EM thermal in different ratios depending on the type of crystal you use. We have a thing to blow up. Now, you can either click on the item and click this icon, which will be lock. I'll unlock it so you can see. You can just click. You can right click and choose lock target. You can choose it here, or you can just control click the bracket. And we'll click our yeah. Now you notice here the damage indicators are similar to our indicators here. Shield, armor, and hull. Shield, armor, and hull. You'll notice that I took out most of the armor while still having shields. This can happen because some enemies repair shields. There's also bleeding. Once you get below 25% shields, you start bleeding armor. Once you get below 25% armor, you start bleeding structure. And of course, once you have no structure, well, you'll see what happens there in a sec. I was really close to that. Yes, I was. Okay. As you can see, we took some damage. We lost all our shields and a little chunk of our armor. That's okay for us because our ship's tank in the mid layer, the armor layer. As you can see, shields will regenerate slowly over time. Display readout. I'll show you some of there's the numbers. You can see shield, armor, and hull. As you can see, we have more armor than shields, so we're an armor tanking ship, so that's normal. You'll notice the shield regenerate. The armor doesn't. That's what this little module's for. The only thing it costs is capacitor. Now because it's a civilian model, it's not going to repair a great deal at once, but that's okay. We're not in a hurry. Alright, I'm going to take some time here and let this sort itself, and we're going to approach the next acceleration gate. Okay, armor repairing is done. Now this didn't take a lot of cap because it's a civilian module. When you're using real ships and real armor modules, you will want to be mindful that you're not running your repper unnecessarily, because you will cap yourself out. And if you're in a Mars ship, if you have no cap, you're dead, because you can't shoot back. Okay, we should get a... There's one. It's a pirate. It's a space pirate. Kill it! You can see I'm locking him. Now you notice the yellow squares. That means he's locked me.
Skill training completed.
As you can see, they went to red, and he's firing on me now. Missing by a mile. Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to calm down. Okay, have it your way. Oh. And that guy's gone. Okay, now I didn't actually lock him. We have a feature called auto lockback. If something targets you, you will target it back. Not really a big deal. And I missed. I'm still gonna miss for quite a while. There we go. As you remember what it says, they're not lying. Your accuracy is within 2,000 meters. Okay. Now you see the little triangles? These are wrecks. They're empty triangles because there's nothing in the wrecks. They're white because we destroyed them. So, all good. Of course, never touch yellow ones. Blue wrecks have been abandoned and can be looted by anyone. Done with that for now. Get this over with. Come on.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
We'll start the conversation, complete the mission. We got a small armor repair, which I'll show you how to replace. Go to our fitting window, inventory. We're going to take the civilian armor repair. We're going to choose this first option, which is unfit. We're going to fit the actual small armor repair instead. Now you'll notice this is the gauge for your power grid and your CPU. And this shows you how much you have left and how much you have total for both. Hardeners tend to eat up a lot of CPU. Weapons can consume a fair amount of CPU and power. Everything has different fitting requirements. You can look at those individually, mark it. Okay, we have to leave the system this time. There's a different system here. So right click it, hit set destination, hit accept. And we're just going to go, you see the yellow indicator, that's the system that we're, a system along the route. It's actually also the destination, but that's okay. This is just covering a bit about the skill queue, which I already covered. Never not be training. We'll warp to this gate. You can see these aren't pirates, they're not Red Crosses. Those are actually NPC police. Now we're in a new system, so we're going to choose our option here, warp to location.
Warp drive active.
Okay. Now everything here, this is kind of like one of the shock and awe kind of moments for Eve. We're going to grab our Academy office and we're going to take the documents we need. Now situated throughout this particular area are the rest of the ships that the MR use. Over here we have the various frigates. We can just choose one. Choose one and then click look at, and you can see we can move it around, kind of look at it. You can also alt click various items. We have they didn't update the destroyers. Aww. We have here we have the Coercer Destroyer. This is the final ship you'll get in the tutorials for the MR. They also have a newer ship called the Dragoon, which has slightly different roles but is the same size. We have the Sigil industrial ship. It's basically a cargo hauler. We have its big brother, the Bestower, and its biggest brother, the freighter, the Providence. Over on the other side, you can see here the 3 MR battleships, the Abaddon, the Apocalypse, and the Geddon. Scroll down a little further. The battle cruisers, the Harbinger, and the Prophecy. We have cruisers, the Arbitrator, the Omen, the mauler, and the augurer. And this huge structure behind us, this is the Amar factory outpost. This is actually a buildable structure in unsecured space. I actually live in one of these outposts in nullsec on my main characters. We own one of these. But that's enough of a sightseeing tour. Time to go home. So we choose the Stargate for our home system from the overview, which in this case is MRare. Click the jump button. Now when we go to warp, of course, it resets the camera. We're just going to go back to our home station and do our thing. Okay, back in our home system, we click the square for the station, click dock. This will immediately warp us to the station and dock.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Okay. Click on Aura again. Complete mission. Request the next mission. Okay, moving on. We're finally done with the tutorial. Now we have to pick up here, drop off in Pasha, and this time we have required cargo. So we're going to hit accept. Now, we're going to be packing up shop, so we're going to take everything with us. We're going to drag it all into our cargo bay. We're going to hit on dock. Okay, now this is going to take us to the career agent system, which for the school I chose is Pasha. Now this is a little longer jump. Now it suggests autopilot. Never ever use autopilot. If you're flying anything, you will be totally cool with not seeing when you get back. There are a great many people that will take advantage of you not paying attention to your ship to blow it up. And it happens a lot more often than you'd think for a game that's 10 years old. Autopilot does not warp to 0. It warps you to 15, and then you slow boat to the gate. Now in a little frigate like ours, it's not that big a deal. But in some of the largest ships, the most valuable ships, like that Providence freighter back there from a minute ago, it could take many, many, many minutes to move to a Stargate. And that is time people will use to blow you up. There are modules that allow people to scan your cargo hold and lock you without the little yellow square indicator showing up. They will sniff out if you have anything worth taking, and they will blow you up and take it. So, like I said, never use autopilot unless you're very cool with the fact that you may not have a ship if you don't look at it. I use autopilot to move mainly empty industrial ships because they're not going to waste their time on me. I have nothing for them to take. You probably heard that little beep. That was a low capacitor warning. It takes capacitor to warp. And this warp, 110 AU, that's a pretty major warp. So, yeah, autopilot, like I said, pretty much forbidden. We cover clones in another tutorial. Corporations, I have my own personal recommendation for a corporation for new players. That's Eve Uni. They've been doing it for Eve University. They've been doing it for 9 years, training new players. They're really good at it. You can always ask questions in Rookie Help, or E-UNI. That's Eve University's public channel. It's usually not too hard to get answers to questions. And we are going to dock up and do these. Turn in this last ARC mission.
Warp drive active.
Come.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Okay. As you can see here, agents of interest. Start conversation. Complete mission. And yay. Now, this system contains the career agents, as you can see them here. Business, military, advanced military, exploration, industry. No matter what you plan to do in New Eden, I strongly suggest you do them all while you're still here. They give plenty of free ships, skill books, and ISK money. And, well, let's face it, you need lots of ISK, because you don't start with that much to begin with. So more ISK, more assets, always a good thing. I'll cover those in detail on my more experienced characters. I'll actually do that on the live server. I was just doing this generic description because all the races missions are similar. I just created this character on the test server just because I could. So I'll go into these missions in more detail on the live server with a slightly more seasoned character. And then I'll cover racial profiles in detail, the strengths and weaknesses of each. So, I'm Original 99, and I'll see you next time.